Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Peyton McIntyre of Lake Orion Football. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, what has your off season been like for you?
It's been very different, first off. Last year for me, varsity football, that was the first year I was really able to experience like that high level football. And this past off season with like maybe trying to go to college to play ball or something like that, my off season training has really, really ramped up. I work with ETS down at the Legacy Center here in Oxford,
Mhm.
and just speed and performance training. I've gotten faster. I'm able to jump higher, able to jump longer, pro agility drills 40 times, everything like that, just getting faster. And then I've also been a lot stronger, added 45 pounds to my bench press just this off season since last summer, or no, since last December, especially with wrestling and all that. And just getting into the gym, especially with our spring program going on now at the school, getting to know all the sophomores coming up. It's nice knowing that I can be a leader in the locker room and on the field just because I'm there with those people and I'm putting the work in.
Okay. So, remind everybody what position you play and stuff.
Uh, I play middle linebacker on our defense, but coaches can and are starting to, especially because I'm talking to them a bit more about it now, dabble me around. Haven't played in games yet, but at least I practice around at like fullback and tight end. And I've also practiced and know a little bit about defensive end and D line and then outside linebacker.
Yeah. So you're kind of everywhere.
Hopefully this year I'm in a much bigger role because last year with the talent we had, I was more comprised just to that middle linebacker spot. But this year we have a lot of spots open. I'm just hoping to get on the field any way I can.
Yeah. So, of course, getting ready for this season. Um, I don't think I need to remind everybody how last season ended for you guys,
Yeah.
um, but overall, what has it been like? Getting ready for a brand new season of football for you guys.
I think at least me personally, and I know for our class of 25, it's a new experience because last year we came into the season, we went undefeated in the regular season. It's the best season that Lake Orion's had, probably, in my opinion, since our we won the state championship in 2010. And now that our class of 25, especially me, on that defense, now that we're the leaders of that team for the sophomores and the freshmen getting pulled up and all that, we have to try to at least recreate a bit and have that success of last season. It's a lot of pressure because we want people to know that it wasn't just our seniors last year that got the job done, it was also us.
All right. So what is the I don't know if school's out for you just yet.
It actually got out yesterday.
Okay. So, well, yesterday being Friday at time of recording.
Yeah.
Um, but so what is your summer going to be like for you?
I don't know what you count as like being spring and summer, but I think for me, summer starts. Well, I don't really have a summer, and I think most football players around the state can say that because as
I don't
soon
have a
as
summer. Well, technically, I don't have a summer either. So,
that makes sense, but like we start football on Monday. We start the 10th. We start workouts, lifts, team building stuff. We get together as soon as school starts because we want to be able to have that team building and all that at the beginning of the
well, I
summer.
mean, okay. So what I mean by summer is like before first day of practices,
Before first day of practices.
like the
So that's
official first day of practice,
official first day of practice. So that'd be like
August.
August. Okay. So summer for me, I'm going to a lot of camps this spring. Especially ones in Michigan, like especially this weekend, like tomorrow. So like time recording tomorrow, June 9th, I'm lined up to go to Central Michigan. And then I'm going to Toledo and Kent State next weekend, going to some smaller schools. I'm going to like Ferris and Hope College and Adrian. And that's my spring because I just want to be able to get myself out there because I know for a fact, like my dad's my biggest supporter and he's the one that helps me with all this. And my dad knows a lot about like just being able to just to be able to prove yourself and to show to coaches you that you're able to do it. It's not just the camps, you actually have to play well in season.
Yeah.
So he's getting me ready mentally for all the camps, but he's been like reminding me that if I want to be able to play somewhere, it has to be on me this season. I have to go all out. I have to do the work that nobody sees. I have to be able to willing and be able to work when nobody's watching. Just get the grind done, commit to the grind, and just be able to be the best I can be. And at the end, if it doesn't work, then I know I tried my best, but just getting to that spot is where I want to be by the end of the summer.
Okay. Um, okay, so let's get in your head a little bit, Peyton.
Yeah.
How do you okay, let's just say okay, when you put on headphone, well, you have headphones on now, but um what's what's going through Peyton's AirPods when he's getting ready for a game?
I'm being honest, not much. If anything, it may sound a little corny, but I listen to some like motivational videos, especially by like Ray Lewis and guys like that, because they know what it's like to be able to be in big games.
Yeah.
But like I just listen to like if anything, I want to say like I want to say rap, but at the same time I listen to like 80s rock. So
Nothing
like
wrong with that.
I mean, I know, but like if you want to think about it, because I know guys listen to rap all the time, but like just that. And then right before a game, even it's just like I just leave because we have two locker rooms at our school. I leave and I go to the other one and I just sit in silence. I just, I pray and I just think to myself, like, what do I need to do? I pray to God, do all that stuff, like give me strength for the game, all of that.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, will you be a junior this coming year? You're going to be a junior, correct?
I'm gonna be a senior.
Okay.
I'm very young for my grade,
Oh,
but
jeez.
yeah, my birthday is actually like July 30th, and
That's
that was the
right.
cutoff. Yeah, so it's very I should be a sophomore, but just the way that the cutoff was when I was in kindergarten, I'm gonna be a senior next year. I'm gonna be very young. Won't graduate till I'm seven. I'll graduate when I'm 17.
Can you believe that you're going to be a senior?
Yeah.
Like is it just going by so fast?
The school?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's just getting older, but like stuff doesn't, it's not that it doesn't seem to like matter as much anymore, but like the last day of school isn't as exciting as it used to be? Like,
The last day of school is always it's well, it should be exciting because you're going into
well,
the next year.
like I know it's exciting, but like, it's not like, it's
I
more
know it's not like going, yeah, I know what
like,
you
oh my gosh, it's summer. I get to be with my friends now. It's more of like, okay, it's summer. I need to lock in for football. These are all the things I need to do. Like when I was leaving school Friday, I wasn't like as I was more eager to be able to see, okay, how quick can Monday come for football instead of, oh my gosh, I'm dreading it, because the grind for football doesn't stop during the summer. It's like at least for me, my comparison is it's kind of like school still because I'm spending my whole day on that field working on my technique and my craft.
that's an interesting way to look at it.
At least in my
Um,
opinion.
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's time to get to know a little bit more about you.
All right.
Um, okay. I feel like there's only I feel like there's only one way to do that. It's trying out this edition, the third annual 10 burning questions. They're just some random stuff I came up with.
All
Uh,
right. I'm ready.
okay. So, all right. Do you feel like you can get more things done in the morning or at night?
Morning, 100%. I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
All right. Since you're not in school, what's the hardest class you've ever taken?
Never take it. Currently, or what do you think, or what I think I'll have next year? Like what I've currently taken?
Okay, yeah, this is what you've currently taken. You can't talk about what you're looking forward to because you haven't taken it yet.
That's very true. I'm going to say AP microeconomics.
Okay, that's interesting. What's that about?
Uh, it's economics and the economy, but it's like on a much smaller scale. So it's a lot more personal stuff, but it's a lot more specific. So you have to know all the specific like terms and math equations. Plus, it's only a 1 quarter class. So you have
It's
10
like
weeks.
9, so it's like 10, not 9, 10 weeks.
Yes, you have 10 weeks to shove all of the AP micro stuff from 1 year. And
Okay.
then you only have, I want to say, like a month to prepare for the AP exam. It's very tough.
Okay. All right. What's a food that you will never eat?
A food I'll never eat. Oh, that's a tough one. I want to say, oh, beans. I hate beans. I just can't. Like the
Me
way that
too.
the way that people have like described it, like how they're like, it's just no.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
imagine myself eating beans. That's the one
I
thing I'll
can't
never
either.
have.
It's
No.
disgusting.
Mm-mm.
Okay. What's the biggest thing people don't understand about high school football?
How much effort I think goes into the background? Because like I don't know. I just feel like the behind the scenes stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff that if you watched a high school football practice, you could say that it's still a very high level. Like, yeah, it's just high school,
Yes.
but the amount of time and effort that goes into the plays and the repetitions and everything like that, it's a lot.
So, yeah, obviously I can attest to that
Yeah.
because because of just going to all these practices over the years. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what's the biggest thing on your bucket list right now?
Biggest thing on my bucket list, if we're just talking straight bucket list, getting an offer from a school for football.
Okay.
I mean, this is the first off season that I've really like tried to get myself into recruiting, and I've been talking to a few schools, but like getting that offer, that first one, just knows that it's possible.
Okay. Um, okay, let's say I take your phone away for a day. Do you think you could survive or no?
I mean, if you give me 5 minutes to text my girlfriend that I won't have my phone for a day, then yes. But if I can't, then I'm gonna have to find some way to contact her because I don't think that'd
Okay.
go over well if I just
Okay.
disappear for a day.
All right.
So yeah.
That was the most I was debating whether or not to put that question in there. I'm like,
No, that's a good question. I mean, that'll really open people's eyes because I feel like that's the first person I'd tell because that's yeah, I'd have to tell her or else that's not going to go well when I get my phone back.
hey,
Where
hey, I'm in the mountains.
where you been? I had my phone taken for a day. Why don't you tell me? I wasn't able to. And then it's just I don't know. It's I'd rather save myself the her
Yeah,
thinking I'm dead by texting her beforehand.
yeah,
Because school's out, I don't see her every day. So
absolutely. Yeah. Okay. All right. This may be the most controversial question on there. Uh,
oh
rank your top 5 fast food restaurants. Now, before you do this, regular fast food, then you have like, the premium stuff like Chipotle, Five Guys, all that fun stuff. Restaurants
oh
count too. So
oh we're
we kind
talking fast food like places with a drive through.
that's what I just said. Like
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
premium fast food counts as well as restaurants. So I just labeled it as maybe like fast.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put it as like fast casual dining or something. Um,
Um top five.
okay, so
Well,
one being the best, and then 5 being I like it, but there's 4 other ahead of it.
okay, yeah. Oh, this is tough. I've never really thought about it. I'd have to say number one, probably Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion because I'm going everything. I've never been out west, so I can't put so don't hate me if I don't put like In and Out or something like that on the list because I've never
Yeah.
been out west. I have no
Well,
clue.
here's the thing. A lot of people would agree that Chick-fil-A would be one.
Yeah. Uh Number two, I'd probably say I think you said it, I think Five Guys. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Three, I'll just go pretty basic answer. I'd say McDonald's. I mean, they're the go-to. Like if you don't really want to pick, that's someplace you can always go. Uh then I'd say Wendy's and then probably last, and the reason I'm saying it last and not putting it over Wendy's and saying Taco Bell because that makes my stomach hurt a little bit sometimes after. So
I have to put it on there if you don't like it.
Well, no. I like it. It's just the way that my
Oh,
stomach
because
makes.
okay, we're gonna okay.
Yeah,
So you're gonna go to Taco Bell. Just know that you're probably not gonna eat anything else for the rest of the day.
that is very true.
Yes.
Or if I do, I need to just, clean out first. So, yeah,
Yes.
that's my top five.
Yes. Okay. What is your most proudest accomplishment that you've ever had?
Proudest accomplishment I've ever had. Just like anywhere, not
Yeah.
football, just
Anything.
anywhere.
Anything.
Um, I'd probably say my biggest accomplishment is if I'd had time to think, I'd probably come up with a better answer, but I'd probably just off the top of my head say being a freshman varsity wrestler on my wrestling team,
That's
especially
all.
for like Orion.
Yeah.
That was really big because for me, that was my brother's senior year and we were back to back weight classes. So that's probably my biggest accomplishment so far.
That's awesome. Who is someone that you would be starstruck meeting?
Someone I'd be starstruck meeting. Uh
Like a
ooh,
celebrity.
celebrity. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but like I think just off my head, if I had anybody, I'd say Walter Payton. And I'm saying that because like
That actually would be, that actually would be a pretty common answer for a lot of people,
really, because like
especially in Chicago.
well, I know because like well, that's why I'm named Peyton, is because my
Really?
dad. Because my uncle, because I don't know if you know this, but Walter Payton used to race cars, and my uncle, he's on the older side, but he was on his pit crew team, so he was friends with him before he passed. And my dad lived in Chicago, and he loved the Bears. He's a lifetime Bears fan. He loved Walter Payton. So when my mom was like, "All right, I named the first child. You gotta go," and he's like, "You know what? He's named Peyton, and it's because of Walter Payton."
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. So,
Well, that answers the question of how you got your own name.
oh well, was that the next question?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
The last question I had since I've started doing this. If you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell them?
keep believing in yourself. That's a big one. I didn't play much football. I didn't start till sixth grade, and
Mhm.
then I didn't play much in middle school. Didn't play much freshman or sophomore year, and then I got the opportunity junior year, and it paid off. So I just say keep believing in yourself.
All right. All right. Well, Peyton, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. And we'll
Thank you
check
for
in
having
with
me.
you. We'll maybe check in with you before the season or maybe a little bit after that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.